Shalom Yasharala. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakwadash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Campbell and ask great millstone for the before the 100% truth that have been correctly edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David, and our writers are coming to this lesson. We're starting off with Psalms 94. The point is at verse 23. We could read from, I believe, verses 1 to 3, just to give the context, which is we're talking about the so-called Esau, Edom, and Jacob, right? Esau, Edom being the wicked, which we could identify as usual. Let's go into it. It says, Psalms 94, verses 1, O Yahweh, power to whom vengeance belongeth, O power to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself, lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth, and render a reward to the proud. Who is the proud of the earth today? We know it's Esau, Edom. Even in Obadiah, it identifies Habakkuk. The more you go on, the more you understand it's a proud man. It's a proud man. So, Yahweh, how long shall the wicked triumph? Right? So let's jump down to the point, because we're going to show you all, which according to the scriptures, that Esau, Edom, the wicked, shall be cut off, or is going to be cut off forever. And we're just going to give a few precepts. This is a brief lesson. So let's go into it. It says what? And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, Yahweh power, our power shall cut them off. So who's going to be doing that? Yahweh, our power, is going to unalive them. Through who? Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and the elect, or the saints, according to the scriptures, which is mentioned also in Psalms. Let's keep going. So it gives a very brief understanding. So ultimately, that's the purpose. That's their purpose. To be show is like, that's their purpose of being wicked, like we mentioned before. So the Father could show his power, right? So Yahweh to demonstrate his might once again, that all may know, and that the wicked, as scriptures made clear, is the vessels of wrath that is going to be destroyed. So let's get a precept in Malachi to identify that again. Who is the wicked? And it also outlines the destruction of Esau, Edom. Let's start at verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Here it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Here that way it said, which they did. Now listen to what the scripture says. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build. Meaning they are going to build up, they are going to prosper, they are going to be a city and a kingdom again. But I will throw down. That's the difference. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. So this is, made very clear. Very, very clear. The destruction is going to come to pass. But as he titled the lesson, Esau shall be cut off forever. And the definition for indignation, which goes into the word wrath. But let me get a precept in Psalms again, because we know that these enemies, our enemies, Esau, Edom, has already been plotted against us. But the Father is going to allow their weapons to fall against their own heads. Let's get our precept immediately. In Psalms 7 verses 9, it says, O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. See? For the righteous power trieth the hearts and reins. My defense is of power, which saveth the upright in heart. This says, power judgeth the righteous, and power is angry with the wicked every day. Let's keep reading. Listen. We got to verse 16. It says, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He had bent his bow and made it ready. He had also prepared for him the instrument of death. he ordained his arrows against the persecutors. The exact same weapon that Esau Edom in America had made, which is what the nuclear bombs, the ICBMs, is going to be sent against them, basically. So let's keep going. It says, right, behold, he travailed with iniquity and had conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. It says he made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made. See, his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. So no matter, regardless of what he is doing right now, his judgment is going to fall on him. He can't escape that judgment written, which is what? Esau shall be cut off forever, which we read in Psalms 94 verse 23. But let's keep going. Let's get a precept in Proverbs, because it says, let me get chapter, I believe it's 2:22 or 2:19. Let me see. Correct. It says, but the wicked shall be cut off from off the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. I mean, that's pretty plain. When you really think about it, we identify who the wicked is. So, if it's going to be cut off from off the earth, how is he going to return? Because even in Obadiah, let's read from verses 9 coming down, it says, and thy mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed unto the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Every one. One more time. It keeps going. It says, for thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Let's jump down to get the point of the precept, which is in verses 18. As it mentions, it continues to say, in verse 18 it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. When fire hits stubble, what happens? It burns to nothing. And they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. It means all is going to be unalived completely. To have no remaining of a people, it means they are all going to be extinct. Who are they going to be extinct by? Who's giving that order? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That's who's giving that order. So it doesn't matter where you try to claim Esau, Edom, which today being the so-called white man, the bulk of them, and anybody whose seed line goes back to them, are going to be completely annihilated, whether you like it or not. But you still have to serve your fair share of judgment, because the Bible tells you, he that lead into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. And Esau, Edom had done a great job displaying how they had Jakes, the children of Israel, in captivity, to the point where they documented it and they made a mockery of it. But now it's turning against them. I love how Yahweh Bashem try this work. Everything they make a mockery of, they try to push freedom off of, is always come against them. And they can't even justify why they do it. That's the thing. They just do it without justifying why they do it. They went into new lands. So I mean, come on. Aside from it being a perpetual hatred, they themselves in this day and age can't justify why they do it. But it happens for a reason, because watch me. Even the scriptures, when you go into flame of fire, like I have it right here. What will be their end? Let's read. Sirach 21 verse 19 and 20. Sorry, it's 9 and 10 Sirach. The congregation of the wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end thereof is flame. And the end of them, Sirach, is a flame of fire to destroy them. They are going to be completely destroyed. The way of the sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is a pit of hell. They are going to be burnt to nothing. This is why the scriptures in Ezekiel made clear mentions of they all are going to be annihilated. Let's read. Right? You can even get in the NLT. Let me grab it in the Better Bible. So you get in the NLT as well. Double reads, to be exact, so you can see it yourself. Ezekiel 35 verse 15. Last verse. 14 and 15 Salah. Thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. Let's keep reading. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumeans, even all of it. Who is Idumea? Esau, Edom. Even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Verse NLT, verse 14 and 15. This is what the sovereign Lord says. The whole world will rejoice when I make you desolate. You see that? You rejoiced at the desolation of Israel's territory. Now I will rejoice at yours. You will be wiped out, you people of Mount Seir, and all who lived in Edom. Then you will know that I am Yahweh. This is why it says that. Y'all cannot get around the prophecies. That's why they were marked for destruction, because of their wickedness. They were created to be wicked, just to be put down. It's like many times when Abinadis explains, and I love how he just break it down. You have a drawing. You're an artist, right? And you make a few drawings. Sometimes you make a drawing that could be a template. And after you use it as a template, what does do? Do you not discard of that drawing? Because it has no use for you, because it made something much greater? That's Esau, Edom, being tossed away after being demonstrated, after being what to put it, used. His hearts were hard, and enter you want to be wicked, you will remain the wicked until your destruction, which you were chosen to be. It is what it is. So Esau, which I just said before, I'm going to say it again, shall be cut off forever. They are going to be unalived, put down, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I hope this lesson, why wait for Yahweh Shai coming for? He's coming to judge and make war, and to take the crowns of the kings of the earth. Who are the kings of the earth today? It's none other than the nation Esau, Edom, and their power structure. That's who he's coming for, the elites and those who are hiding. You understand? That's who he's coming for. This is who he's coming for. And here he says, he shall gonna be dipped in blood. And who is that destruction targeted to? You could get that exact same precepts from Revelation 19 in Isaiah 63 and verse 1 to 4. None other than Esau, Edom. Yet again, you cannot get around that. Our prophecy linked for, because it didn't happen yet, but it's going to come to pass very soon. That we continue to have faith and trust in Yahweh Shai and continue to do the will as he instructed us to do. So, Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halalia Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp and to us great minister for the being for the 100% truth that have been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David, and I am a brother Zariak saying to you, Shalom.